Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear students. Welcome to the second part of this lesson. Inshallah ta'ala, today we're going to complete the advanced phrases that we use for better expressing our emotions. And we're only going to cover five more advanced phrases today, inshallah ta'ala. We stopped at number 10, so we're going to start from number 11. Number 10 was having butterflies in your stomach, and this was a way of expressing that you are afraid of something. Now, another phrase that we use for expressing basically an emotion of fear is to say that you are afraid of your own shadow, afraid of your own shadow. This is used in the case when someone is easily frightened. Someone who can be very easily frightened. After reading Dracula, she became afraid of her own shadow. Or you can say, my daughter is afraid of her own shadow. After watching that movie, I became afraid of my own shadow. So being afraid of your own shadow is when someone is easily frightened. For example, they see something and all of a sudden they jump. This kind of person is basically suitable for using that phrase with. Petrified is when someone is extremely scared, extremely frightened, especially so that you cannot move or decide what to do. Petrified is when someone is in a state of extreme fear to a point where they cannot move or think of what to do next. So for example, you're walking down the street and you come across a thief and you become petrified. All of a sudden you stop and you lose, like you don't know what to do. That is being petrified. In the Harry Potter series, Ron Weasley is petrified of spiders. Petrified. So now we're going to take a look at three phrases that we can use for feeling confused. So we can say feel out of it. Feel out of it. This means to not feel in a state of one's normal mind. I'm feeling out of it today. So it means I'm not my normal self. I'm not in my normal mind. I'm feeling out of it, out of my normal state. He just woke up from a night of heavy drinking and fell so out of it. So feeling out of it, normally puzzle over. This is basically to think carefully about someone or something for a long time and try to understand them. When you pay attention to something for a very long time and you're trying to figure out this person or the situation and you're observing and you're doing all of that stuff, it's known, we can use the phrase puzzle over. I puzzled over the assignment for a few days before I decided to ask my professor for clarification. This means, for example, I give you an exercise and you don't understand this exercise, and so you're spending a long time, maybe so many hours, all night long, trying to understand this exercise. So you can say, teacher, I puzzled over the assignment, or I puzzled over the exercise, and I'm really not able to understand it. Okay, the last one that we're going to take a look at today is ambivalent. Ambivalent about. This means feeling two different things about someone or something at the same time. For example, you like them and you dislike them. This is when you have two different feelings about something or someone at the same time. So, for example, he's ambivalent about quitting his job to start his own business. He wants his freedom, but there are risks. So, for example, wanting, when you in certain cases, when you want to do something, but you also don't want to do something because you're afraid, or maybe you don't like doing it, but then at the same time you want to do it. That's being ambivalent about something. So here it says a person wants to quit their job and they want to start their own business. So there they want to do it, but then they don't want to do it at the same time because they're afraid of the risks that it comes along. Another example that I can give you is maybe you finished high school recently and you want to start building a career from a very young age, very early on, but you also don't want to stop pursuing education. So you're ambivalent in that situation. You feel ambivalent about starting a career after finishing high school. So inshallah ta'ala, that's it for today. We have covered a few words. We've covered petrified of, afraid of your own shadow. We've covered to feel out of it. We've covered puzzled over, ambivalent about, and inshallah ta'ala, that's it for today. Until I see you next time, I'll leave you with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.